10 ominous traits of female narcissists. Have you met self-centered people? Are you curious about female narcissist traits? Come with me on this video and delve into 10 common traits defining them and uncover insights into relationships and personalities. Now, the first thing you're going to notice with female narcissists, one of the behaviours, is they're addicted to social media. For women with narcissistic tendencies, social media can become, well, like a stage for them. It's a stage for them, it's a spotlight. They might post tons of selfies, aim for many likes and get loads of follows, and practically live in a virtual world that they've built. Psychiatrists suggest that some women might even be addicted to these mobile phones and social media. And some people can only go for an hour interval to check without checking their Instagram. Well, imagine that turned up a notch. It's like a cycle. And the more likes and the more follows and the more they get, the more they crave. And they need it to feel validated. It's like a loop. It's hard to break, but that can be done. Number 2, being overly vain. Now, what you'll remember is that everyone has a bit of vanity, right? We all care about our appearance and we want to feel good and we want to look good. We want to be good about ourselves. But when that self-love goes a little too far, it can become a trait associated with narcissism. Researchers have found that this over-the-top vanity is quite common among women narcissistic with narcissistic tendencies. Now, women with NPD could be more sensitive to negative comments about their looks than men with the same disorder. Their self-esteem is tied so closely to their appearance that criticism hits them really hard. Now, there's lots of different things you need to look at for this. Now, did you know, number 3, this is quite a big one. They're normally bullying. They're bullying or being mean to another girl. When we think of bullies, we picture those big tough guys, right? But guess what? Some ladies are vicious. They're good at it too. And it's often tied to female narcissism. Researchers have found that narcissistic women, well, they might not always resort to physical aggression like blokes tend to do, but that doesn't mean that they're any less dangerous or nicer. It's like they've got a unique style of causing trouble. Have you ever heard of gossiping, spreading rumours, name calling, and giving people like the cold shoulder? Well, those aren't just regular, everyday behaviours. These are, or can be, tactics of a female narcissist. Psychologists say it's a kind of more subtle aggression, but just as harmful as the classic in-your-face bullying associates with the guys type of bullying. Anyway, number 4, she's materialistic. Psychologists often talk about how males and females might express narcissism. Each differently, of course. While guys might be more focused on making money and achieving status, some studies propose that females lean more into indulging into luxury goods and spending lavishly. Some women with narcissistic traits might be about climbing a ladder like a man does, but more about showing off to their success with like extravagant stuff that they want the world to see how special they are and how important they are. Even though the luxury goods, well, they like to spend money like there's no tomorrow. Let's put it like that. Anyway, there's also, quite related, is narcissistic mothers, and they do damage to their children. A lot of damage to their children. Anyway, I sidetrack. Number 5, the female narcissist is a drama queen. A drama queen, like you've seen, like they love the spotlight, craving for some narcissists' like speciality. It's the female variety. It's a female variety show. These people tend to have behaviours that make you want to go, oh, jeez, I don't want to be around them. What just happened there? This is scary. Literally. Their reactions are totally over the top. Imagine someone's reaction to accidentally spilling a glass of water as if it's like the whole world has ended. You must have experienced that, surely. These drama queens enjoy seeing chaos. They create it, stirring the pot like it's their jam. They love to watch people react and scramble around because of the chaos that they've caused. It's the drama that they've always wanted. They get a kick from it, you could say. They get a kick from pushing people's buttons and watching them tick. It's nasty. It's nasty. Number 6, she thinks she's the hottest chick in the room. Now, you must see these people around. You've met people at a party where they seem to think they're like the absolute best, the top dog in the room, the most amazing, most beautiful person ever. Well, that's a trait. That has a name, believe it or not, that has a name. And that's called female narcissism. Just imagine you're in a party and you've got a gathering, and there's this lady just strutting around, giving it all this, like she's the queen bee. It's like the hottest thing in the room, but again, looking down at people, strutting up, chin held high, as if it's like she seems like she believes she's better than everybody else. But that's a classic sign. It's a classic sign of female narcissism. But that doesn't mean that she's actually feeling that way or acting. How she's acting, she's acting like she's the most confident person in the world. But the reality is, it's often hiding something deeper. And that, my friends, psychologists tell us that it's the kind of behaviour that might come from an insecurity. She's putting on a big show to cover how she feels inside. You could say it's common sense, but not everyone would see that. But I'm just pointing it out for you. Anyway, number 7, she competes with everyone, like literally everybody. All of her friends, all of her girlfriends, all of her loved ones. It's intense competition all the time. This is something that you would notice. It's literally they have to win, and this behaviour is associated with narcissism. And psychologists have studied this for many, many years. And some have theories that suggest that narcissistic traits like this could develop due to a combination of factors like upbringing and personality. People lack attention or validation in their early years might develop these sorts of personalities and tendencies. To compensate for those feelings of loss when they were younger, they specifically look at women who exhibit these types of competitive behaviours, and they basically associated it with this craving for attention and admiration. They want to be the centre of attention, and they might feel like threatened sometimes by the attention, by their friends, but they're getting it. As long as they're getting the attention from someone, female narcissists want to be the star of the show. Number 8, she uses her sexuality to control men. A woman might seem drop dead gorgeous on the outside, but on the inside, she's dealing with a lot of insecurity, low self-esteem, to make up for the fact that she has these feelings. She uses sexual allure and dominance to keep her partner interested and under her spell, no doubt, and under her control. This, she knows, she can keep, and she can attract men with her looks, and uses this to manipulate them and control them. It's a way of keeping her partner interested, hooked onto her like a drug. She employs the seduction of tactics to get whatever she wants from the man, and that can range from anything from money to social connections or property, commitment, children, marriage, everything. You name it, I've had it all. It's like a strategic game to these people. And there's a book I'd recommend. It's called Becoming the Narcissist's Nightmare: How to Devalue and Discard the Narcissist while Supplying Yourself. It's quite a good book by Shadia Arabi. Now, number 9, she expects princess treatment all the time. Some people act like they deserve to be like the royal treatment, even if they haven't even done anything to warrant it, even if they haven't done anything to warrant the respect. A woman with narcissistic tendencies might feel like she should receive special treatment. That's the whole grandeur thing, isn't it? She wants to be treated better than everyone else, and she might even expect people to do extraordinary things just for her. Psychologists believe that at the core of this behaviour is the belief that she's more important than anybody else. And it's like she's wearing this special garment, these special glasses that make her see herself as if she's the most biggest deal in the world. And that's why she thinks she deserves extra attention, extra love, extra favours, you name it, she wants extra. The list is endless. Finally, but not last, not least, she buys into toxic New Age types of spirituality. Toxic New Age spiritual ideas seem like seems to click with narcissism right into place. They might latch on to things like the law of attraction, or they believing that they can attract all the good stuff in the world into their lives because of just by thinking about it. And they might fall for all sorts of snake oil, spiritual remedies that promise them the world and the moon and the stars, but nothing really happens. Psychologists suggest that this female type of narcissist with this behaviour, among all, that the first to fall for these sketchy gurus who promise them a unique path to enlightenment. Why? Why? It goes back to the idea of feeling extra important. These gurus stroke their egos, convincing them that their lives are somewhat more meaningful than what they actually really are. And they're on this journey that everyone's on, and everyone on it together. Now, watch out for my next few videos where we're going to be talking about healing from the abuse of a narcissist and the stages of recovery and the from the psychological abuse. Yeah. We've delved into the world of female narcissistic traits, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. Human behaviour is a complex tapestry woven with various threads. Next time you encounter someone who, fits these traits, take a moment to understand their perspective than what you think and meets the eye. After all, understanding each other is the first step towards building a better connections in this intricate dance of personalities called life.